Welcome to Metal Monday! Yeah! Welcome to Metal Monday! Swain Family Records and Stormdok presents an epic Monday night of headbanging content. We're not just hosting shows, we're building a movement. Tonight we're rocking out for your entertainment. Only one more thing left to say. If you're not moving, how we moving? Move out the fucking way! Metal Monday! Metal Monday! Welcome to the thunder! Metal Monday! Metal Monday! Where your ears will go asunder! We will rock! We will roll! We will headbang tonight! Metal Monday hosted by Stormdok! Swain Family Records! Doing metal right! Thank you to all our listeners for joining us and listening in. Don't forget to join our Facebook group and vote for who you want to win.
Welcome to Metal Monday with Swain Family Records Music Competitive Arena, where we are not just hosting shows, we are building a movement, and tonight rocking out. And right now, it's a fairly small audience with us tonight, but welcome to all our listeners and all our viewers, our fans, our members, etc., and even maybe the little stragglers too. We still don't allow terminators here. No bots allowed. This is all real people here with us tonight. So welcome, Rebecca, and thank you for joining me tonight. I was a little worried about being alone tonight, but I'm glad I'm not alone. So thank you for hanging out. And we do have our awesome producer, Mike, in the background. So shout out to Michael Blake for all your hard work. We still definitely appreciate it. Much love, my man. And tonight is World Tour night. So we are doing a little promo. I'm taking off my glasses. I hate seeing a screen glow on my glasses. So we are doing a World Tour night. So tonight we're going to be doing songs with a bit of an international flair to it. So whether you've been overseas, whether you're thinking about traveling overseas, or you're just a traveler in general, I was a Navy veteran myself. I've gotten to see the world. There's a reason they call our deployments cruises, because we definitely get to see plenty of the world on our ships. And I took full advantage of it. I didn't sit on the ship. I didn't go straight to the bars like quite a few sailors and Marines did. I was on an amphibious assault ship, so I worked with a lot of Marine Corps guys too. Cool bunch of dudes. But I went and I explored in these countries I went into. And I wanted to enjoy the culture, see the sights, see the amazing things that I never would have been able to see, being here in America on a regular salary. Because, come on, we all know the economy sucks. I'm not going to go deep into it, but the economy definitely sucks. It could use some work. So with that being said, Rebecca, we're going to introduce you tonight. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you can find your content, and how about let's do something fun tonight on World Tour night and list a favorite band of yours that is not based in America.
Oh gosh, that's going to be a hard one for me to answer. Okay, so I'm Rebecca Lynn Mills. I just released on May 8th my country album, This Is Me Now, available on all platforms. As you can see in the feed today, I have my avatar name, Scarlet, which is my metal album that I am working on. So you'll hear one of those songs that I'm working on that'll be featured on that album that'll come out sometime later this summer. If I had to pick a band that is not from this one. It is not necessarily a metal band per se, but because I was in high school in the late 90s, it was when the Spice Girls were popular. So I went through a Spice Girls phase. I hate to admit it. I went through a Spice Girls phase, but those were some really good British singers. And then I'm trying to think of some other ones that I remember I used to listen
got a
to.
favorite Spice Girl?
Posh Spice, actually.
See, I'm a sporty Spice gal. I like sporty Spice.
Yeah. I kind of liked them all, but I related more to Posh than any of them. But in terms of bands that I listen to, I know Spice Girls aren't metal, but they are not definitely not from that. And then I can't remember if I think Queen, like the band Queen, most of them were from England and Britain area as well, if I remember correctly. And then of course you got Elton John. Like I said, not metal, but again, influenced a lot of my love for music growing up as a kid, because they were just amazing in general.
All right. Well, thank
And
you
that's
for
just kind
telling us about
of me
yourself.
in a
And
nutshell.
so, where can we find your content at?
You can find my content on all music platforms. So YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, you name the music platform, you can find it there. And I'm working on getting all my social medias up and going. So my TikTok page and everything will be updated soon as well.
All right. All right. Quick shout out to Renegade Butcher, who's in the comments with us. Welcome to joining us tonight, and hopefully we'll see you soon. If not, we totally understand that work life. I wouldn't know much about it. I get paid to sit on my butt all day and hang out with you guys, but I enjoy it. That's the life. And we have another person joining us tonight. So, Guardian, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where we can find your stuff, and your favorite bands that are not currently based in your home country?
Okay. So my name's Clayton Barnes, and I'm on most of the major streaming platforms now. And gosh, so these are my favorite bands that aren't based out of my home country, or what?
Yeah.
Okay. So, of course, I'm from the States. So I currently live in Nicaragua. And I don't know of a lot of metal bands in Nicaragua right now. but but anyway, I definitely have a lot of eclectic tastes. But, I loved a lot of the stuff growing up. Like, she mentioned Queen. I think they weren't hard rock, but I really liked them. Liked Metallica, and pretty much I'm just very eclectic, so I like a little bit of everything. But anyway, I just so yeah, I kind of bounce around between different things, and the one that I'm doing tonight will be kind of interesting because it's a little bit different from some of the stuff I grew up with. So
Awesome. Thank you, Clayton. And we know you bring good music as well. And I love the new name you got with the stream tonight. So definitely look to see more from the Guardian brand.
So that was actually comes up with my phone for some reason. Yeah, I was playing around with that. So anyway, I'm trying to work on my branding and get a little more consistent, but so I've got different things all over the place. When I'm on YouTube, it comes up Soundgarden. So I've got to get some consistency with that.
Yeah, definitely don't want no copyright violations. No copyright violations at all. Trust me, when I chose Stormdok, I looked all over the place. I'm like, please let there not be a Stormdok. Please let there not be a Stormdok. There was like a Stormdok, but there wasn't a Stormdok.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool.
So yeah, I kind of ran into that problem when I first was trying to come up with a band name. I found one, and I did a little search thing, and it kind of came up clear. But then whenever I got it going, I started seeing like people started like, oh, I'm seeing this other band on Spotify that's got the same name, and then so like, and it was a similar genre, which made it worse. So I found out like they had literally like got on there like maybe 2 weeks before I did, and so I guess it didn't come up. But so I ended up having to change band names, and then I did some research on that one, and there was there was a similar band name that was like that they stopped making music like in 2016, and it was an English band, and then so there was no issue with that one. But so that's where I landed on.
All right, sounds good. And for those of y'all who may not know, I am Stormdok. I'm your awesome host, your friendly neighborhood techno metal guru, and some of my favorite foreign bands would include Rammstein, the awesome German band, Electric Callboy, another awesome German band that I got a lot of my techno metal inspiration from. They're an awesome group of guys. Shout out to Electric Callboy. I love you guys. And Within Temptation, a Dutch metal group who does a lot of orchestral metal music. And I absolutely love Sharon's voice. She is absolutely amazing. Gosh, I would kill to be a freaking collab with Sharon. Like, she's got such an amazing voice, amazing personality. And let's see. I can definitely roll with the Spice Girls. As I said, Sporty Spice was my chick. We definitely rock the same vibes there. Queen, can't go wrong with Queen. Freddie Mercury, still a freaking legend to this day. Rest in peace, Freddie Mercury.
I just did some research and I didn't even realize this, but AC/DC was out of Australia. ABBA was out of Sweden, and U2 was out of Ireland. I never would have guessed that when I looked at all groups I listened to growing up, and I just put
U2. That's the band that Apple Music likes to force on all of us Apple or Mac users.
I just thought it was interesting because I researched, like, tell me some more, because you asked about groups, and I was like, well, let me see the ones I used to listen to, and then come to find out some of the ones I still listen to today. It's like I would have never known AC/DC was out of Australia.
Yeah.
Until I looked it up.
Interesting.
So,
well, if you want to get technical, Hugh Jackman does a lot of singing, and he's Australian. So
true that.
And I've gotten to see Hugh Jackman whenever he performed in Houston, and then that was really fun getting to see him because I did not know that man could sing until I saw Les Miserables in theaters. And dear God, he belted out those vocals, and I'm like, wow, Wolverine can sing, okay. And then Greatest Showman came out, and I had to watch Greatest Showman too after watching him in Les Miserables, and oh my goodness, he was amazing. So was the rest of the cast too, a bunch of amazing singers. And it really got me into musicals like, Joyful Noise, Hairspray, a couple of more good musicals and stuff. Amazing group of
I didn't even know John Travolta had a set of pipes on him until I heard him sing a couple of his songs in Hairspray. And that role was designed for a woman with a deep voice. And he actually did pretty good singing his songs.
Yeah,
but it's like you get a moves,
like in Grease and Saturday Night Fever, a couple of his well-known ones, doing the whole disco days, kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, and as you see, I am totally in the theme tonight as well, wearing the kit to my favorite EFL team over in England, the Blackburn Rovers. Go Rovers, go! Amazing to see Burnley lose to Arsenal tonight. What can I say? It was freaking awesome. We all know that Blackburn and Burnley's got that little derby rivalry with each other, which will resume next season because Burnley's getting relegated, baby. So they're going back to the championship and getting kicked out of the Premier League. So we get to play them once again. So I can't wait till that little Lancashire derby resumes, and I finally get to see what all that mess is about because this is my first year, watching English football. So I am having a blast with it, to be honest. And who knew that soccer could be so fun, All right, and we have Renegade Butcher joining us. What's up, Josh? How you doing?
Doing all right. How are y'all tonight? Sorry I'm a little late, but
no problem. We all got caught up talking about, our favorite foreign bands and whatnot. And speaking of, what is your favorite bands not based in America?
Well, I mean, you already stole Within Temptation from me, so now I got to think. No, you're good. Let me think. Another one in that same vein, Nightwish. Nightwish is really good. Epica,
Ooh,
very good
yes.
bands. And more modern but still metal. Sleep Token's actually really good.
I've heard some Sleep Token. They're an all
It's a
right
little
band.
different.
They
It's a
were
little
they were ones
modern,
that were
but
recommended for newer age metal, and when I listened to
Yeah.
them, I'm like, all right, I can get behind this.
and they have a lot of variety too, a lot of experimental stuff. So there's stuff for all different tastes.
What can I say? I'm definitely not a hater. If they make good music, I'll listen to it. I don't care. As I said before, on my very first my first Metal Monday, I'm not a hater of most bands. I don't hate Nickelback. I never got all the hate for it. I'm a
a
huge
fad to
System
hate
of a Down
Nickelback.
fan. I freaking love Surge's
yes.
voice from System of a Down. Oh my gosh, he can belt out some vocals. And I love the collabs he's been doing lately, like the one he did with Tech Nine. That one was freaking amazing. Oh my goodness, I can easily jam to that song. But man, I am getting so distracted. See, I'm like so hyped about tonight. And
you didn't tell us where we can find your music, though, Stormdok.
What's up?
You didn't tell us where we can find your music.
Well, we're going to hear plenty of my stuff. I'm definitely going to be saying more of it later, but
Are you on Apple
mainly
yet?
I'm on YouTube right now. I'm currently in most music stores. Apple Music still hasn't put out that song yet. It kind of makes me wonder if they're second guessing that one after seeing what the content truly was in it. If they do, they do. I honestly put that out for funsies just to see if they would accept it. And I did get the initial acceptance. I still don't see it in the stores yet. Who knows? Maybe they're getting some second guesses, but we'll see. But I am in all other music stores. I'm also on Bandcamp as well. I've got some music on Bandcamp that isn't available in the other music stores. So if you're one of those Bandcamp users, go on over to Bandcamp. Look up the same name as well, and definitely give our other artists here like and follow as well. Everybody here puts out great music as well. All right. And with that said, we're going to start playing some music before I ramble on, because I can ramble on all night. And there's a few songs to definitely be played tonight as well. And there's 3 of them for me, only one of which, is going to be voted on. But I am doing a world tour promo tonight as well. So with that said, we're going to start out with Clayton tonight. So Clayton, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about your song tonight and what countries influenced that one?
Yeah, so you had mentioned doing something kind of with a cultural theme from different countries. So I'm going to be actually representing Latin America tonight because that's where I live now. So I actually had written this song as kind of a Latin pop song, and I thought, well, it'd be interesting to kind of like rev it up a little bit with some metal and that kind of thing. So I was kind of trying to shoot for a little bit of like some like dynamic guitar riffs, kind of like something like Santana. But there's only one Carlos Santana, so I don't think I was able to capture that. But I did try to infuse some metal and electric guitar in there, and kind of made it interesting. So I hopefully everybody will like it. So it's kind of got that smooth Latin feel, but then there's also some spice with the electric guitars and stuff thrown in there. So hopefully everybody will like it.
All right.
And it's called
representing
Loco
Latin
Love.
America. I'm sorry.
So the title is Loco Love.
All right. Well, Clayton with the Latin American song tonight. So let's listen to his music tonight.
just like a midnight fire, eyes that speak to my heart's desire. One kiss and my heartbeat starts to race, every warning sign that I can't erase. She laughs like thunder in the summer rain, she's a hurricane inside my brain. Something tells me I should run away, but I still come undone anyway. She's chaos in a red hot dress, the silent secret sin I can't confess. I hear this local love got me upside down, dancing with the devil, spinning around. Her kiss is poison and tequila sweet, every heartbeat falling at her feet. Oh, this local love, yeah, it's burning my soul. She's a wildfire that I can't control. I know one day she'll be the death of me, but tonight her arms are where I wanna be. She disappears like smoke in the night, then pulls me back away from the light. 1 minute it's heaven, the next pure sin, but every goodbye pulls me back again. Her touch is like poison beneath my skin, in a game I know that I can't win, and still I chase her in this foolish game, like a moth to a reckless flame. She's trouble with a capital T, but I just can't break her hold on me. I hate this local love, got me upside down, dancing with the devil, spinning around. Her kiss is poison and tequila sweet, every heartbeat falling at her feet. Oh, this local love, yeah, it's burning my soul. She's a wildfire that I can't control. I know one day she'll be the death of me, but tonight her arms are where I wanna be. She's my corazón, bound in chains. Baila conmigo through the pleasure and pain. Fuego in her eyes, I'm hypnotized tonight. Even if it burns, I'll stay alive. This local love got me losing control, living on the edge of a beautiful soul. Her kiss is toxic, but her touch is gold. A crazy kind of fire never leaves me cold. Oh, this local love got me in a groove, but I'm addicted to the way she moves. If loving her is gonna bury me, then let the last thing I see be her loving me.
Awesome. I definitely felt that Latin American vibe there. It was amazing. I know Rebecca will have her comment on it as well. I'll just let her do it, so I'm not stealing anybody's thunder tonight. You know, a little pun on tonight's Western Conference Finals game, which my Spurs are still winning, by the way. But amazing vibes there, and I can really feel the beat in there. You know, it's definitely something you can do a little Tejano dance to and whatnot. And good job, dude.
Yeah, I was listening to it. I was vibing. I was like, ooh, I could so totally use this song and dance on the ball, do a ballroom dance with my dance partner. I might have to steal it with your permission, Clayton, to do that.
Go for it.
So yeah, because we were laughing there. This would be so fun to dance to.
Yeah,
They had the boots and everything for it. It was perfect. I really enjoyed it.
thank you.
Yeah, I got that Spanish guitar going there. I like that. Definitely.
Yeah, I've always loved Spanish guitar. Big fan of Carlos Santana and a lot of those guys that had that sound to it. So yeah, it's like I kind of was going for something. Well, I'd already written the song, but I was trying to make it like not sound exactly the same, but like I was kind of thinking like, you know, you remember Smooth with Rob Thomas and Carlos Santana? Was trying to go for something like that kind of vibe.
Right.
You know, yeah.
You know, speaking of Rob Thomas, he also did "This Is How a Heart Breaks," which happened to be the NBA Finals theme that my Spurs won the finals too, also on that year. So what can I say?
Yeah.
And some hearts are definitely broken, but definitely not for Spurs fans. So that was amazing. And one of my favorite Tejano singers of all time, God rest her soul, is Selena Quintanilla Perez. You know, the Selena from the 90s. I freaking love her music. I'm always jamming out to it. And, you know, she's definitely sorely missed. And, you know, she definitely left this world way too soon. And who knows what she could have done, you know, had she still been around today. And people like Yolanda, you know, deserve to burn down south. What can I say? But let's not get hateful tonight. Let's continue our world tour tonight, you know, and we're going to start out with one of mine next. And I'm actually going to start out with some Greek metal. So if anybody's heard Opa Opa, that's what the song is called. I'm a huge fan of the My Big Fat Greek Wedding movies. Nia Vardalos, shout out to you, girl. You put out a really nice trilogy there. You got me into that Greek spirit. And I wanted to put out a song that had some of that Greek vibe to it. And you'll definitely hear some Greek wedding references in there as well. And I definitely wanted to include some Greek words in it. Like right off the back in the first verse, you'll hear it. You know, it's definitely kind of a party song. And I definitely got a lot of that Greek party influence. You know, Greek people, they have huge families. They're all loud. They love to talk. That's actually the truth. I remember watching Nia Vardalos behind the scenes. She actually is Greek. And, you know, a lot of that was kind of based off of her own family. And, you know, I really vibed with it. So without further ado, let's listen to Opa Opa.
Wrapped in blue and white, let Olympus hear our footsteps, let the Titans feel our roar. We are children of the storm winds, and the heroes born of war. My big fat Greek heart beats wild and free, and every step I take here feels like home to me. Opa, Opa, raise it high, Greek pride burning in the sky. Opa, Opa, hear the roar. We were born for more. Let the bouzouki play, dance in circles all night and day. Opa, Opa, hold that flame. Say our name, say our name. From Sparta's iron heartbeat to the Parthenon of old, our blood remembers stories that the ancients have told. We rise like Athens, unbroken, unshaken. Every dream we chase is ours for the taking. Pride like marble, carved in stone. A Greek spirit never stands alone. Hear the drums call back, feel the floor move fast. Ancient weight in our chest. We were built to last. Opa, Opa, raise it high, Greek pride burning in the sky. Opa, Opa, hear the roar. We were born for more. Let the bouzouki play, dance in circles all night and day. Opa, Opa, hold that flame. Say our name, say our name.
All right. And that was my Greek song, Opa Opa. And just to update, my Spurs are winning 80-73. Third quarter just ended, so home stretch. Go Spurs, go. And with that said, what are some of the comments you guys about that?
I love that one. I'd actually heard it before, but yeah, it's like it's awesome. Really like the I really like the Greek sound in it. You don't hear a lot of that, and especially with like metal. but she made it work. It's really good.
And I've heard most of your world tour stuff because you let me have sneak peeks at them to let you know what I think. And I already told you the Opa Opa one's my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, I
but
like
very good job.
Yeah, it reminds me of some like they call it bardcore shit that I've done. It's really cool. I liked all the different Greek mythology references you snuck in there too. I recognize a lot of that. That was cool.
What can I say? Nothing like including a couple of Greek gods in there, some other references to famous Greek places, some Greek history there as well. I really did my research when I did this song. When I did any of the world tour songs, really, I looked into a lot of local culture, and I wanted local culture involved in it. When you listen to these songs, I want it to be like you're visiting this country yourself and you're hearing it through the sound or through the song, like you're exploring you can close your eyes and just visualize yourself in these countries, enjoying all these wonderful things about these countries. And while I never got to go to Greece herself, I did get to go to Cyprus in 2006, which is a Greek island. And a lot of them speak Greek as well. Most of them are English speakers. We went to Limassol, Cyprus. And I will say, oh my goodness, I had never seen so many adult themed stores per capita.
That's why they have such big families.
Well, and you can definitely tell that you did your research and when you referenced the movies that you liked and the actress and the family behind it, which I really enjoyed because you could hear that throughout the entire song.
Yeah.
And a little fun fact too, the bouzouki is that Greek stringed instrument you're hearing as well. So I'm like, let the bouzoukis play, dance in circles all night and day. I really had fun with that one. When they were talking about my oikogunies is louder than everyone, that's Greek for family. So I definitely wanted some Greek in there. And what can I say? I freaking love Greece. I love the Greek wedding movies. I really this was honestly the song I probably had the most fun with out of all my world tour stuff so far. And hopefully it definitely projected, and I hope it did.
My wife actually lived in Greece for I think it was 2 or 3 years. So she loved the food.
Ain't nothing wrong with Greek food. Greeks know how to cook. Oh my goodness, I ate so good in Cyprus.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get to Mr. Renegade Butcher's song next. We're gonna do a little bounce over between y'all's music and mine. That way we get everybody an equal spotlight here. I'm not playing all my stuff in a row. So Renegade Butcher, why don't you tell the group what inspired your song, what country it's based off of, what other stuff you want to say about it?
Okay, this one a little bit different, but I used to be in historical European martial arts growing up, so like actually studying old school sword fighting, and we were looking at like manuscripts that were written back in like the 1400s. So this isn't modern German, but it's German. It's old school German. It's there's Zornhau, and it's based on the works of Johannes Lichtenauer, one of the most well-known swords masters of the day. And he actually wrote, a lot of people wrote writings based on his writings, and his initial writings were a lot of short poems that you could recite in schools and things like that. So kind of made it fun to be able to use that phrasing. It was interesting to get things to rhyme from a dead language into English, and to get Suno to pronounce it right at all or anywhere close. That was a challenge. So it was a lot of fun to make. And I put a little metal flair on it too. And it's almost got a little Rammstein vibe. So
speaking of, when you mentioned that guy being a sword master, it did remind me of Rammstein's Deutschland music video, how they had a lot of ancient Germania combat and stuff in that one as well. That music video is so badass, by the way. It could be its own movie. It freaking looks
short
like
video
movie
that I put up with it. Yeah, the short video I put up with it on Suno, I actually did use imagery based on his self-portraits and some of his schools and the artwork as if he was in a school kind of teaching the sword fighting. So that was a lot of fun too, getting the visual aspect brought in.
All right, well, let's get that song played. Let's take a trip through old school Germania. Let's go.
Your blade and bear the load for not before behind the fun from which all true art springs, which stark und schwach you'll rule the bind, the word in death bear that in mind. If you take fright you'll never learn the song how cut you have to earn. Bone talk descend from on high, song how meets them point to eye, for not before behind in this the moment sees the find. When from above they cut in near, the wrath of masters makes it clear. Cut, thrust, then stark or schwach, you lay. Indus confounds them where they stay. Where they stay. The ox holds high, the flug holds low, the elbow opens, lets them go. Vom Tag stands ready, crown of war for layers. The corners of the score, the croup, how breaks the guard apart. This work, how silences the art. Shield, how robs the buffalo blind. The Scheitel, how splits the crowd in two. Rewind, Vom Tag, descend from on high. Son, how meets them point to eye. For not before behind, in this the moment sees the fight. When from above they cut in near, the wrath of masters makes it clear. Cut, thrust, stark or schwach, you lay. And death confounds them where they stay. Behind, behind. In this the moment sees the fight. When from above they cut in near, the wrath of masters makes it clear. Cut, thrust, then stark or schwach, you lay. In death confounds them where they stay. The ox holds high, the flug holds low, the elbow opens, lets them go. Vom Tag stands ready, crown of war for layers. The corners of the score, the croup, how breaks the guard apart. The smirk, how silences the art. Shield, how robs the buffalo blind. The Scheitel, how splits the crown in two. Rewind, no one defends without a cause. Aim for exposure, that's the frost. If steel meets steel, pull through, press more. The wonders of the blade of war. 8 turnings, 24, count one by one. The record was written for princes, hidden from everyone. Vom Tag descend from on high, son how meets them point to eye. For not before behind, in this the moment sees the find. When from above they cut in near, the wrath of masters makes it clear. Cut, thrust, stark or schwach, you lay. In this confounds them where they stay. Behind, behind. In this the moment sees the fight. When from above they cut in near, the wrath of masters makes it clear. Cut, thrust, then stark or schwach. found somewhere they stay.
I feel like that is the most awesome, badass song to learn some sword fighting skills on, dude.
It's super niche, but the idea is like, how cool would it be if people could have songs based on the writings of these guys they're studying playing while they're actually trying to learn the shit? I did one for an Italian master too, so it was fun.
Hey, maybe Arya Stark was listening to this while she was, working them faceless man skills,
Right.
Those Bravosian, sword dancing skills, as she's called it.
Kind of reminded me of you remember when they would do different songs in the fight scenes for the different foreign movies and stuff, like Kill Bill and gosh, what is the, I can't for the life of me remember it, but it had like a lot of kung fu fighting and stuff in it, but it was like, wasn't kung fu fighting, it was something else.
Kung Fu Hustle?
Yeah, but it was a style of kung fu, but it wasn't called Kung Fu Hustle. But like in the fight scenes, they had a specific style of music they played that they were fighting to get to make you feel like you were actually in the action scene. And that's what I was saying. It's kind of what you're calling.
Yeah.
I was going to say the only other song only other movie I can think of is Kung Pao, but that one played like random music, that Master Betty would beat people up to.
No, it was always I want to say they were all the ones that were done by like either Quentin Tarantino or another one, because he was very particular about the style of music he put in his fight scenes. So that's why I was saying Josh, your song kind of reminded me of that. Like you took the style of the fighting, like, and you could visualize practicing that style to that music.
Yeah.
Now, this is a different style, but if you like sword play, like movies with sword play in it and good music, Highlander had some songs from Queen in that.
Yep.
And it was a cool movie.
Definitely. And I'm on the fence about how I feel about the new one. We're going to see when I actually see it.
Yeah.
It definitely had some Rammstein meets Nightwish vibes there, because Nightwish did a lot of old medieval type music and themes and stuff with their songs. And then of course we all know Rammstein is Rammstein. They have that German pride with their music as well. And heck, I think Till Lindemann will love the hell out of that song too.
And I wasn't sure it was going to come out that way, but when I was setting it all up and I was like, go with medieval German, but we're going to add a little metal vibe to it, because I can't make a song and not make it metal. I mean, I can, but it's hard to. It's hard. When I'm listening to this, I'm like, this is like medieval Rammstein. Holy shit.
Well, alrighty. So that was a trip through medieval Germany, and that was definitely quite the trip. So well done, Renegade Butcher, on that one. Amazing song put out there. So now we're going to take a trip halfway across the world, since that title was given away on my end screen on Opa Opa. So we're going to do my Australian song next. So we're going to listen to some Aussie metal. And this one, again, I wanted to use their local sound. This one's definitely got the didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
There you go. I am having problems.
Then you said Australia. I was like, you better have didgeridoo in that song.
Oh, it's got didgeridoo in it. Nice. Trust me, it's got didgeridoo. You can't have an Aussie song without it. It's got some Aboriginal themes to it too. So, and you'll definitely hear some Aboriginal themes in there as well. A lot of local culture and definitely some humor in there too. I had to include humor. I'm Stormdok. A lot of my stuff has some kind of humor in it, but it does have a lot of down under pride, so to speak.
Yeah. So the real question is, did you work Vegemite in there?
Oh, you just said Vegemite, and it made me go.
Yeah.
I was raised on Vegemite.
Maybe it's a British thing too, because like they have like Marmite and Vegemite, all sorts of mites, over there.
Marmite's the European thing. Vegemite's the Australian version.
I mean,
Customized for Australian things.
Australia is just redneck English, so I mean.
Pretty much.
No.
All right. So let's get with let's go take a little trip to the Outback and listen to Crocky.
Hear the stories of the firstborn flame, carried in song and spirit and name. Aboriginal rhythm shakes the ground, a culture deep, profound, renowned.
From ancient past to modern streets, the heart of the nation forever beats.
Unity forged in sun and storm, a land reborn in every form.
But beyond the skyline's gleaming crown, the wild still claims its sacred ground. Kangaroos glide with warrior grace, dingoes rule the open space.
Crocodiles lurk where the rivers wind, a primal force no cage can
From
bind.
sacred song to neon flame, Australia rises in every name.
Ancient rhythms shake the ground.
Australia's soul unbroken, unbound. Crikey!
Look at this land,
Crikey!
take my hand.
From the reef to the red dog, we rise together, here we stand.
Rise and roar
Crikey!
forevermore.
Oh, Australia!
This land is metal to the core.
Claws in the dirt, wings in the sky, the spirit of the wild will never die.
Sydney skyline cuts the night, a blade of steel in neon light.
Melbourne's alleys pulse with art, a beating, burning metal heart.
In every beast, in every tree, Australia breathes eternally.
Steve Irwin's spirit charges, wild, unbroken, and free in the outback, shouting crikey!
And Crocodile Dundee strides in with swagger and grin.
Says that's not a knife, the real steel's within.
Brisbane rises with tropical fire, a furnace fueled by raw desire.
First and strong on the western shore,
Sentinel forged in urban war.
crikey!
Look at this land,
Crikey!
take my hand.
From the reef to the red dog, we rise together, here we stand.
Rise and roar
Crikey!
forevermore.
Oh, Australia!
This land is metal to the core. Hear the fire of the outback roar, a heartbeat forged in ancient lore.
Dreamtime paths still guide the land.
A legacy no storm can withstand.
Cities roar with electric flame.
United under
Australia's name.
oh, Australia,
Crikey!
oh, Australia.
Crikey! Crikey!
Look at this land,
Crikey!
take my hand.
From the reef to the red dog, we rise together, here we stand.
Rise and roar
Crikey!
forevermore.
Oh, Australia!
This land is metal to the core.
Oh, Australia!
This land is metal to the core.
And we don't talk about that emu war.
Had to make that reference at the end, dude.
Mhm.
Okay, you redeemed yourself with that one. You left up, but you got That's Not a Knife and the Emu War. So
Yeah. Love the Crocodile Dundee references.
Yes. Yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that. It reminds me a little bit of a doom metal song I did about ducks, which is crazy, but it was really fun.
Yeah, that one, I definitely got in the Aussie spirit there, and I had to put a little bit of the Stormdok, parody flair in it too. Why not? And I definitely like how it incorporated the dingaredo. So, I thought that one was all right.
It's fun to play with odd instruments like that. Like, I just randomly will work bagpipes into songs for no reason sometimes, just because it's different.
Yeah.
I haven't done didgeridoo yet. Now you're making me want to do something bizarre with didgeridoo.
What can I say? And that was the whole point of me doing this world tour EP that I'm doing right now. I wanted some of the country's local instruments incorporated into it. And I was wondering, okay, what does this sound like with metal, or what does it sound like with rock? Can this meld? I mean, it's one of those what if things. And I'm kind of doing a lot of experimentation with this, because I'm saying, if this EP winds up doing pretty good, I might do some more. Like, who knows? I might do some more Japanese metal, or I might do some more Greek metal, or, might do, whatever works. And, I know a couple weeks ago I showed my Egyptian metal side as well when I did Power of Ra, and that one came out pretty good too. It sounded very Middle Eastern, and it definitely captured some of that ancient Egyptian spirit. And I love how Suno at the end managed to work that ancient Egyptian in. It took me forever to get it to say ancient Egyptian. And I, hope to Ra himself, that I got that ancient Egyptian right. If I didn't, I'm sorry to all those ancient Egyptians and all the ancient Egyptian gods. Go on ahead, lay a curse on me. I don't care. Just don't give me the Hamdai like you did my boy Imhotep and the mummy,
I was going to say, if an ancient mummy curses you, we know why. They listen to your record.
All right. And let's get to the next song, which is we are going to do Miss Rebecca Mills here with her song Are We There Yet? So this one sounds fun. So Rebecca, why don't you tell us a little bit about your song and the inspiration behind it?
Okay. So Are We There Yet was inspired. So you did a world tour. However, I wanted to take a play on what it was like traveling as a kid, but also what it's like today traveling with my grandkids, now that we have technology. So you'll hear some references to what it was like traveling back in the day when we didn't have technology, what it's like traveling when we have technology now. But it's basically the song, it's a funny song based off what it's like to travel with your family when you go on vacation. Whether you're going to Mexico, Canada, somewhere in the United States, somewhere in Texas, it doesn't matter where you're traveling. It's just about taking a road trip with your family and the things you encounter and what it was like I said, what it was like traveling in the past and then traveling nowadays. So
this
that's
sounds
why
like
it's
a trope,
titled.
when you're the annoying kids in the back seat going, "Are we there yet? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Are we there yet?"
Well, we'll find out in the song if that's what it's about.
All right, Mike. Well, let's get this song played. Are we there yet?
I packed the bags, I checked the list. I had coffee, I had a plan. Then someone said, "Are we there yet?" Absolutely not. Suitcase lying open like it's judging me again. I packed for every weather, forgot my common sense. Phone says take a left, but the road says good luck. GPS is screaming while I'm yelling at a truck. Snacks in the front seat, caffeine in my veins. I was born before this tech, but now it's driving me insane. The map is wrong, the kids are loud, the Wi-Fi's gone, we're panic bound. Are we there yet? No, we are not. We just left the driveway and I already lost the plot. Are we there yet? this mess. I brought 7 outfits for a 2-night stay, but somehow all my socks have vanished on the way. Cooler full of drinks, but nobody wants those. They want gas station nachos and powdered donuts. No, I said, use the bathroom when we stop back there. Now we're 10 miles out and you need one where? The map is wrong, my patience cracks. One wrong turn and we're never coming back. Are we there yet? No, we are not. We just passed the same sign twice, so thanks a lot. Are we there yet? Ask me again. I'll make this family bonding feel like discipline. Road trip, meltdown, metal in my chest. I came here for vacation. Now I need a vacation from this mess. I remember road trips before screens took the wheel. We drank from the water hose and called that a meal. We stayed outside till sundown, no charger, no complaints. Now the tablet battery dies and everybody faints. Pack it, stack it, where's the charger? Snack it, track it, why's this trip getting larger? Left turn, wrong way, somebody pray. Rest stop, pit stop, we're not okay. Caffeine, chaos, toll road pain. GPS buffering, do it again. Socks gone, kids loud, out at 3%. This was supposed to be a laxing event. Are we there yet? No, we are not. But I've seen every gas station in this parking lot. Are we there yet? I swear, my friend, if you ask one more time, this vacation might end. Road trip, meltdown, metal in my chest. I came here for vacation. Now I need a vacation from this mess. Next year, we're staying home. And if anyone asks where we're going, the couch. The couch.
Awesome. Good job on that one. I know when Rebecca asked me, does traveling count? I'm like, of course, you travel around the world, right? You got to hop in a car to go somewhere. Like if you're in North America, you can drive to Canada, you can drive to Mexico. Heck, you probably could drive to South America, crossing the Panama Canal down there. Who knows? I haven't been down there. I haven't, explored that region in God knows how long. I don't know if it's possible to drive across it, but who knows?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what's going on in our chat because it took out, there was a speaking part in the intro of the song that was missing for you to understand like why it started with, because the song starts with that and then so it has me speaking and then it says someone asks, are we there yet? Before the song even starts singing. So it got cut off somehow. And then so I was laughing at what they were saying in the chat about that. So
no worries.
But I'll make sure that it has the correct version with like the saying in front of it posted when we put up the votes. I was just
no worries. And for those that want to listen to it, come on and join us at Swain Family Records Music Competitive Arena. We have a bunch of amazing folks there. And we have a lot of people there willing to help each other out. If you like what you see and you want to come hang out with the gang, come join the family. That's pretty much what we are. We're like another family. The brothers and sisters from other mistas, we all hang out. We're pretty good. And, we're always sending each other music. I've been spamming these guys with my songs as well. I'll be like, hey, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about this? And these guys are some troopers. They handle my spam pretty well. I'm pretty sure they'll handle some other spam pretty well too. Who knows? And come join our family. And it's 3 little questions, only 3. however you say it in your language, whether it's this, whether it's this, whether it's tres, who knows, or trois, that's three in French. I actually remember that one. My grandma taught me how to speak French. Well, at least, to count to 10 in French. That's all I remember from it, to be honest. And I did do French metal, by the way. So if you're into French metal, I did some French accordion metal with that one. So that one's pretty fun. That one's I didn't pick for tonight, so you'll have to go to my channel for that one. But any other comments on Rebecca's song before we move on?
That was a lot of fun. I love the artwork on that.
I know that freaking that picture, that gave me lots of laughs right away when I started reading. Like I got really close to it. I'm like, oh, what's this say? What's this say? I'm like,
it was like an old school Where's Waldo. You look at it, the more weird stuff you see, and you're like, who put all this?
It's one of those things, like, it gets worse the longer you look at it, kind of thing.
Right? The closer you look, the more you see. It just keeps going.
Hey, that's awesome, and Rebecca is known for some fun pictures like that. So, awesome job on that one as well. All right, and we will get to the final world tour song of the night. And this one, we are going back to Africa on this one. And I wanted to, I did Egypt already, and I know Africa is, it's a continent, not a country. But I felt like I had to go back to Africa on this one because I wanted to do some tribal African music with this metal. And, I hope I got the drums right. I believe they call it the djembes or the gems over there, however you say it. So it's definitely got some djembes mixed in with it. You definitely got some tribal shouts in it. And hopefully I captured the spirit of Africa in that one, because that one I meant for more like, deserty Africa, tribal Africa. I did get some Swahili in there. I took a little bit from Lion King on that one. I wanted some Swahili in there, and hopefully you enjoy it. So let's take a little trip over to Africa, and hopefully you guys love it.
to jungle rain.
We are the rhythm,
We are the flame,
bound by the earth.
unbroken by pain.
Your beauty burns,
And your people stand tall,
Africa.
the mother of us all.
Raise the spear of the sun
Africa, your glory will never run.
through every tribe.
Every tongue, we are many.
We are one.
Moyo wa dunia unapiga Afrika.
All right.
Very
So hopefully I captured the African spirit there. So what do you guys think?
Yeah,
Definitely
definitely.
love- Yeah, I love the drums.
And had the tribal chants in there too. That was really nice.
All right, cool. This one I had a little, this one I had a little difficulty kind of doing research on, but this one I had to do like a lot of Nat Geo Discovery Channel watching, really trying to get into, when I say I do my research for these songs, like I do my research, I want to try to capture the authenticity in these areas that I'm doing these songs about, to get a local feel to it. So that way, you can hear a little bit in it. Sorry, I'm reading the local our private chat here, and I thought a question was aimed at me, but I guess it wasn't. But all right. So with that being said, I think I'm going over the list again one more time tonight. I think that was the last song, and it looks like it was, but I hope everybody enjoyed this world tour night. It was definitely really fun. It was something I wanted to do and try to get everybody else, get everybody else's international inspiration, put out there and give a little piece of, these countries that, are out there. They have some awesome music. They have some awesome local sound too. I did 8 years in the Navy. I did a lot of, I did a Mediterranean deployment. I did boots on ground in Iraq from 08 to 09. And then I did a South American humanitarian deployment in 2010. So, I had my fair share of visiting some of the countries around the world. Had I stayed in longer, I definitely would have picked the West Coast ships. I can go to Japan, Australia, Singapore, all them. Unfortunately, I didn't, stay in past my 8 years. I decided Fallon, Nevada was driving me too nuts and I had to get out of there. Getting out of the Navy was the only way to get out of Fallon. I could not stay one more year in that place. So I hope everybody enjoyed tonight. Thank you guys for posting your music tonight. And it was definitely some jammers. I definitely love listening to, the different countries that you guys took inspiration from. And, between Germany, Latin America, and, just simply traveling around, whether you're in the country or whether you travel out of country, definitely felt that vibe there. And that's something you can definitely jam to while traveling for sure. And again, this is Swain Family Records Music Competitive Arena, where we are not just hosting shows, we are building a movement. And, if you like what you see, especially from these amazing artists that we heard music from tonight, give them a like and follow. We're going to go over everybody's platforms again one more time, just in case you guys may have joined in a bit late. So with that being said, Rebecca, why don't you let the listeners know where we can find your stuff again?
You can find me on all music platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it. I'm out there somewhere. I'm working on getting my TikTok account up and running as well, where you can find my music there.
All right, and Renegade Butcher, where can we find your music?
You can find mine on pretty much all the streaming platforms. I use DistroKid, so it goes out everywhere. We've got Facebook, music page. There's Instagram. There's TikTok. So it's all out there. I've also got another persona. I put out stuff as Andrea Kane. Have 2 songs to release. Second one just came out today, and that's kind of all over the place out there too. Working on the social media for all that. Yeah, just if you can't find me, shoot me a message. I'm not hard to find. I'm the only Renegade Butcher out there right now.
All right, and Clayton, where can we find your music at? You're still muted, dude. You're still muted, Clayton.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
So yeah, you can find me on most of the major platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Deezer, most of them. So yep, I'm on there.
All right. Thank you, everybody, again. And for my stuff, again, you can find me mainly on YouTube. If you want to hear my stuff first, YouTube's definitely the platform to go to. But I do have an album out and a few singles out and the music stores, and my World Tour EP I'm currently working on. I want to add a couple of more countries into it before I get that one put out there. Still trying to figure out those other countries, but I know another one that I got a few votes on was Russia. And I know with what's going on in the world between Russia and Ukraine, I don't want to get political on my channels.
Right.
But I'm a huge fan of Slaughter to Prevail, and their lead singer, Alex Terrible, is Russian. He's freaking amazing. He is like that stereotypical Russian guy too, always filming himself, riding bears, fighting bears. He does a lot of bare knuckle fighting, in between his music. Definitely another band I got to put out there. Slaughter to Prevail is freaking amazing. And I know one of their, I believe it's their distortion guitarist, who's British as well, and I'm pretty sure the other guys are Russian, and I think their distortionist is their only British guy. I can't remember all their individual nationalities, but I'm taking inspiration from Alex Terrible on this one. He's still got a lot of Russian pride despite what's going on in the world. There's still positives in this world, like even with what was going on in the Middle East all these years. I've been over there. There's definitely negatives, but there's a lot of positives too. And that's something that I want to spread with this World Tour EP that I'm doing. I want to be able to celebrate these countries in a positive way. We all know what, Germany is known for, unfortunately, in the early 1900s. But we have great bands coming from that area. Like we have Rammstein, Electric Callboy. We got so many others. And these places have such rich histories, some got more negatives than others, but there's also a lot of positives, and that's something I want to share. I'm not supporting any of the negatives by any means at all, but I'm here to celebrate the positives, and that's the whole point of this. And I thank you guys for, putting out your music as well. And hopefully we can all learn to get along in this world. That's all I say. We're spreading positivity through our music here, and that's exactly what the message I want to put out here. No matter where you're at in the world, whether you're in Ukraine, whether you're in Poland, whether you're in Spain, Portugal, the Maldives, Australia, South Korea, if you're sneaking a little stream in North Korea, shout out to you guys too, all the good ones, not the bad ones. All those poor people in North Korea that's got to, pirate their streams. That one I totally understand. And, we got Kazakhstan, we got India, India and rock, might come on, who knows? I'm definitely willing to take suggestions. If you guys want to hear some something on my World Tour EP, go on ahead and throw a suggestion out there. I don't mind. Larry, with another Apple joke. Yep, definitely some Apple hate on all my streams, but I'm working on it. And as I said, Apple may have some second thoughts there with that song. But we'll close it out. As I said, I can ramble on. I have a lot of passion when it comes to this World Tour stuff. So thank you to all our listeners, fans, audience, et cetera, out there. No matter where you're at in this world, we are here as a family spreading positivity through music. And on Monday nights, we are spreading it through our Metal Monday, our rock and metal vibes. And before I close this out, I want to give a shout out to our other shows tonight, because I do not want to forget giving our other shows a huge shout out. So I do share my Mondays now with Kay and Yetta, and they are two awesome ladies with unfiltered and unapologetic. I absolutely love watching their shows. They have so much energy. So shout out to those two ladies. And we also have, again, Metal Mondays every Monday night. Kay and Yetta's gossip show is from 7 p to 8 p Central Standard Time, Texas time, Oklahoma time, however you want to put it. Metal Mondays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have Larry Noe and Jimmy Noe with the Noe Boys that they do their content on Wednesdays. We have May Morton with her Maydays on Tuesdays. And, she definitely got some good stuff there. Her stuff is not explicit. So if you're not a fan of explicits, definitely give her show a watch. Very clean stuff, very family oriented, all ages you can listen to it. And if you're more faith based, we do have our sister group, Swain Family Records Kingdom Sound. I recently joined that group. I only put out one religious song so far, which is I Am the Virus, and that one is a more intense religious song. I won't go into that one, though. But I will be putting out a couple more faith-based ones I got ideas for. And we also have our OGP Swain, who does stuff occasionally on Friday nights. And I know of...
There's going to be the Soul one on Friday night, I think. Him and
Yeah.
Noah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It was. Sorry, I always lose my train of thought right at the end of these streams.
We need a calendar up.
Right, exactly. And me and Jerry are still trying to figure out which day we're going to do our thing.
Yeah.
And we were going to do Friday, but there's stuff going on, so it might be Thursday, might be Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, I know next Monday is Memorial Day, so we're going to be doing Memorial Day based stuff. It's a free open night, so whoever wants to come and join us on lives for Monday, feel free to join. We're going to come on. I will be doing a moment of silence. It is Memorial Day. I'm a veteran. There's a lot of other veterans out there. I've lost members of my family that were in the military. My grandfather, who I never got to know, died in Vietnam, so I never got to know him, unfortunately. This is a shout out to all those who made the ultimate sacrifice, and that's what Memorial Day is about. So I'm definitely doing a moment of silence Monday for all of our fallen troops, of past and current. And we're going to do a special theme that day. So that's the day to be patriotic. That's the day to remember our fallen ones. That's our day to support the troops, do all that, good stuff out there, whether you want to do it as a memorial to a family member or a memorial in general, or you just want to do a shout out to the troops, or even, some country, American pride, all of that stuff. So if you're into that stuff, definitely check out next Monday night. It's going to be really fun. Hopefully very enjoyable, and hopefully we do Memorial Day right. I know we will. We all put out some very good music. We put out some very good content, and definitely something special planned. And I hope you bring tissues, because I'm bringing a really thought-induced, soul-drenching song. So it tends to happen when you got personal experience with this stuff. And even when I served during my 8 years in the Navy, I lost really close friends while I was in, and I'm sure a lot of other veterans can understand, or even family members of people that have served, can probably understand. But with that said,
I've seen it, like you said, I've had members that have served and friends that have served that it became too much for them, and they didn't get the help that they needed, which is why I'm big on mental health awareness and everything as well. So Memorial Day means a lot to me. And so, mine will probably be about mental health awareness on Memorial Day, most likely, because that's a big thing as well, I think, when it comes to our troops and veterans who have served, because there is a lot of PTSD that doesn't get addressed.
And I definitely made an anti-VA song just for that reason too. I got the idea for that one when I heard of a veteran that, you know, I don't know how to really phrase this without offending or sparking stuff, but let's just say he joined the 22 a day, unfortunately, and he did it in the parking lot of my hometown VA hospital. And, you know, 22 a day is 22 too much. You know, veterans should always be able to get the help they want. Anybody that's suffering a mental crisis should be able to get the help they want. You know, this is mental health awareness month as well. So if you are suffering out there and you think that, you know, there's no way out, there's a lot of resources out there. Please do not neglect your resources, people. There are so many resources out there. These hotlines that you can call or text if you're not a phone type person. I'm not a phone type person. Sometimes I feel more comfortable typing than I do talking, especially, you know, if the person's tone of voice on the other side of that phone line doesn't feel very sympathetic or that they sound like they care at all. Sometimes texting could be a little better. And there definitely, you know, there's outlets for that. So please, 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 please take care of yourselves out there. As I always say at the end of these streams, you know, I kind of take this from Dr. Mike a little bit from YouTube, but, you know, the whole stay happy, stay healthy, and definitely stay metal. And remember, if you're not moving how we moving, move right out the way. Come join us next Monday night for Memorial Day and come support our troops. And with that said, I love all you guys and thank you for joining us. Take care.
It starts with a question. In the quiet of the night, staring at numbers that don't reflect your heart. But your follower count does not define your talent. Don't let the algorithm dim your light. Welcome to a new era. At Swain Family Records, we're rewriting the rules for the independent artist. We're not just a label, we're an ecosystem built for those who push harder. Step into the competitive arena. This is where live music meets real impact. From live competitions to deep storytelling, here the community decides your momentum. Unprecedented exposure, real fans, real networking, real growth. This is a place for leaders. Host your own events, build your membership, and earn your share. The harder you push, the bigger your lane becomes. Community support keeps these doors open. Together, we are unstoppable. We're building the infrastructure of the future. Apps, radio, and direct-to-fan power. We are building the people first, so when we launch with momentum. One ecosystem, multiple revenue streams, real community, no middleman. Swain Family Records, build your legacy.